Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome. My gosh, I can't even talk. Early in the morning. Hello. Let's start that again. Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So today, of course, we ended up getting the new faction of Tinkertown, and obviously, based on its name, it is associated to Adana, which is kind to be expected. It did end up reaching 16 stars, and we ended up getting all this reward. We ended up covering a video for it earlier last night before I went to bed. Ended up covering a little video thingy for it, went over some teams. But yeah, we'll probably run Guard's Avatar for the earlier battles. One of the reasons I normally run Guard's Avatar instead of Phoenicia, though I guess with potion effects that would be slightly different. But the breakdown of stats that you get from a delve is actually more than what you get for Phoenicia. I think that might be slightly different with a bunch of potions. It depends how many potions we get. But for example, let's take like this over here. Having 108 armor and 27 magic, for example, benefits, which is level 200 plus 50%. But this benefits Guard's Avatar way more than it does Phoenicia, due to how much higher the armor value is. That might be slightly different if you run a lot of potions. Like if we run like 5+ potions, I guess maybe Phoenicia might gain a little bit more. But due to the breakdown of the stats, Guard's Avatar actually ends up gaining a overall bigger benefit. So if you ever wonder like why I always, not always, but tend to lean towards Guard's Avatar, but only specifically in delves, this is pretty much the reason why. It's the stat breakdown is so much heavier into armor than it is into magic. So he tends to be better in delves. It's also why Rowan is insanely broken for low-level delves. So of course you can't use Rowan for this location, unfortunately. But anyways, we already all the shards we needed because I needed to do that for the video so that I could show the little team thingy. However, what we haven't done yet is upgrade the Horde level, so I'm gonna go do that. But Phoenicia is still perfectly fine to use though, especially if you don't have Guard. But I'll probably just stick with Guard, I think, for the earlier battles. We don't have to use it for that long anyways. By the time we start using Guard, we're almost going to be done with Guard. Because we do that for like less than half an hour, about an hour. And then we're already going to be to the point where we need to switch to something else. At which point, I'm not sure which one I'm switching into. Of course, you could use Tesla, you can use Finesse. You could just switch to a version of an Iron Gut team. I might do Finesse again. I don't know. I really like Finesse build. It grows on me. I like that you can just kind of keep spamming it. It does fall off a little towards the very end, but then we can switch to Iron Gut if we want to. I'm not sure at what point we're going to start doing skip method, but as usual, I probably will be using some amount of skip method. Not the entire thing, though. I'm normally a person that does half skip. Some people do full skip, some people do no skip. I'm like in between. If I actually do like the earlier battles, and then once they start getting too long, I just start doing the skips. So I'm like a half skipper. I normally start skipping around like the 200s, normally around 250, which is like pretty much right in the middle. But normally around there I start skipping. Oh yeah, we started at 8.8 million gold. Thank you for noting that, because I would need to go double check. But yeah, what I normally do for levels these days is I just throw rings until we hit about 50, chalice till around 100 or so, and then worry about everything else. I'm not sure if I'm going for 200 this time around. I feel like I should, mostly because it's going to be very, very annoying, this final battle. Should be pretty straightforward though. Like, I don't expect us to lose the pure faction. However, I do expect the pure faction to take longer than 10 minutes. Because it's going to be pretty annoying, even if we use some damage options with it. I might just to speed it up. Because if you play it super safe just with like triple of the legend, it might be a little bit too slow, so we might add a damage source in there even if it's going to die out. My only concern with a damage source is it'll probably die by the end of the first battle. Well, that's what we got resummoned for. If nothing else, you can kill those things and then replace them with something else. I'm definitely running at least double the legend, though. If I only ran one of the legend, I'd be way too concerned that would die out. I'm still leaning towards using 3, but it would technically be quicker to use 2 with at least like a damage source and a mana accumulator. Or even just 2 with 2 damage sources. Hello, everyone, by the way. Hello! Let's see, all the way back. Hello, Emos! Hello, Matt! Hello, Rova! Hello, Ricardo! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Raken. Hello, Druk Savage. Let's see. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Dias. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, we could use Iron Gut with a reflection. And use Iron Gut in first slot. I haven't used Iron Gut in first slot for a while. He, of course, gains the skull value. It's a little bit of a liability sometimes. Because if you can't get things rolling quick enough, I believe Delves eventually get to a point where they could two-shot you. So gotta be a little careful, because you lose your Iron Gut, you're kind of in a bit of trouble. But yeah, I never did show for the video any Zugov teams. Tried to keep it slightly cheaper when I did. Probably should have just showed the Finesse team with no Doom Weapon as well. So it'd be easier to copy. Because it definitely doesn't need a Doom Weapon to work. The Finesse team. Though it is much better with it. You did Dawnbringer with Triple Luna. That would definitely end up working. Hello, Roberto, by the way. Welcome. You still don't understand why I use a bunch of the lower treasure when using the sacred treasures would only cost 77,000 gold, because I would eventually run out of sacred treasures. Whereas doing it this way makes it so we don't have to use up a bunch of sacred treasure. Because sacred treasure can go down pretty quick. Takes a while to accumulate a lot of it. Like, even with this method, we're still going to throw down like 5 sacred treasure. But I normally only just use it for the tail end of the stats. It's so much more expensive this way. Well, we have the gold. You gotta use it for something. There's no way to upgrade treasure, so you eventually have to use it in some way, shape, or form. And this is just a nice distribution of using the treasure. Hello, William. Welcome. Oh, wait. We can do another 5. I actually don't want to bring it down to 1. And the reason for that is in case we need one for the later ends. Just so we don't have to do like triple chalice or something, or double chalice. Also, can 20 of these go all the way to 200? That seems very far. I don't think 20 sacred treasure can even go to 200. To 100, yes. To 200, I don't think it can. Hello, Juan. Welcome. Like, similarly, I don't want to drag these all the way down to 0. So hello, John, as well. Welcome. Juan and John. Almost sounds similar. Let's see. Yeah, I've stopped kind of using coin purse recently. Theoretically, we could stop using gold rings. We're starting to get to the point where we kind of have enough chalices that we could almost just chalice the whole area. I feel like I would eventually run out of chalices, though. Because I don't do this as a daily, the delves. So I don't have as much treasure as we could potentially have. Yeah. Oh, are they both the same name in Spanish? I did not know that. Learn something new every day. But yeah, I don't think 20 sacred treasures can get to 200. We're about to use 15 and it doesn't even get to 200. Let's see. For 100 it would work. Okay, that's a little overshooting. Ooh, that's actually really overshooting. Let's see. There we go. That'll work. 200. But I think it's close to like 40 sacred treasure or something to get to 200. Maybe even more, I'm not sure. But there we go. Anyways. So that's 200 now for our Horde level. And we do have 50%, so we should have really high stats. Why do I stop at 200? No reason other than that's a solid number. There's really no logic. If I'm not mistaken, you actually get a magic level if you go like 1 or 2 further. Actually, no. Is there a magic level at 200 exactly? No, it's actually at 198. No, I just like doing 200 because it's a nice solid number. There's really no reason other than that. There is really no reason other than that. Also, we got an orb from the fact that it's the 28th. Every 28th, of course, we do get an orb, assuming you logged in every day. Let me go claim that. Hopefully, it's a nice shiny blue or purple. Shiny blue or purple? That is not a shiny blue or purple. Okay, anyways. We don't want to buy that. That is exceedingly expensive for a single sacred treasure. Is this still just one single treasure? That is like way over the top expensive for that. Of course, you're still getting a lot of gems along with it, but you should never get that offer. Really not worth it. And this is an upgrade offer for the legend that we got earlier. Also another thing that is never worth it. I don't even think they added a medal to that one. To the mythic one they did. To the legendary one, I don't believe they added anything to actually make it worth buying. Yeah, it's really useless. It could be $5 and I'd probably say it wouldn't even be worth it. Let's see. Anyways, dailies we'll do tonight. Same as Blue Guild War. Today's focus, of course, is very singular. It is factions. So that's not where factions are. So, of course, we got Tinkertown today. And that is what we're going to be doing pretty much this entire stream. By pretty much this entire stream, I mean this entire stream. So, if you can spend 410 gems in order to get to Tier 4, Tier 4 will get you the weapon. If I'm not mistaken, Tier 4 will also get you all stage rewards. So, Tier 4, really good value. However, that's not what we're going for. We're going for pure faction. So, let me go spend up to here. Getting to here is 1,110 gems. And we got some spare parts emoji. And now we spam this a little bit. So, how many times do we want to go? How many times are we going to do this today? Depends how much we want to skip. I think I might just go for my standard and go for 7. 7 sevens. That does bring us to a below 20,000 though if I do. But I'm probably going to do my normal 7 sevens, I think. Because this allows us the skip method around mid 200s. And still be able to get it done in a timely fashion. I think we might even be able to get it done today with 7 sevens. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe we need one more. There's an easy way to check. Do I even have a team set up here? No. That was bold. I built every single one of these teams without actually checking them in there. Let's see. Though I knew what colors were the restriction, obviously. But could easily make a mistake, which I sometimes have in the past. Let's see. Games. But none of them are mistaken, though. I think they're all correct. They should be. Pretty simple restriction. It's just red, yellow. All right, there we go. Anyways. I wanted to do this so I can check how many stats they have. We should be at 6 right now. 6, 6, 36, 42. Yeah, that's 6. So that means we need one more, which I knew. I was just double checking so we wouldn't overbuy a little. Yeah, let's go get one more pack after this battle then. Then we should be good to go. Is it the first faction with red yellow? I didn't actually notice that. Could have sworn we would have had the color combination by now. Some interesting teams for it, though, overall. What was it? Oh, yeah, I wanted to go buy one more potion effect. I knew there was one other thing I wanted to go do real quick. Where's the shop? Okay, there we go. 7 tier 7s. So, unfortunately, we dipped a little under 20,000 gems, but we'll get it back in time. Okay, gosh, I always hate that these menus are, like, when you click on one, you think, like, doing that would go back to the previous. But it brings you all the way out of this menu because they're all connected. Kind of weird. I still can't get used to that. But anyways, I mentioned it during the video, but this place does have 3 treasure rooms, 3 guaranteed treasure rooms. They're the sections pretty much all the way at the end, all the way in top left, all the way in top right, and that one little corridor over to the right when you go straight. Every single one of these is a what's it called? A treasure room. Let's see. What are some of our multipliers here? We'll take that one then. Multiplier order is going to be a little bit weird for this format. I might not even bother with it, given that we're going to be doing so many battles that it more so just matters that we get the battles done than necessarily their order. If we were trying for a leaderboard or something, or if we were just trying to get all rewards, it would matter a bit more. But we're going to have a point value that's not high enough for leaderboard, while also being so exceedingly high that's just going to excessively bypass, what's it called? It's going to bypass the reward system, like by a lot, regardless of what order we do. So I think the game plan is I'm just going to do the treasure rooms last and pretty much just completely ignore what multiplier every single room is. Oh wait, am I doing a normal delve right now? No, I'm not currently doing a normal delve. Oh yeah, we could go clear through those real quick though. Good call. But yeah, if you go through the normal delves first, you gain, I don't have armor set to any of these, do I? Oh, let's go change that. What did it again? Actually, I'll keep it like this because we have guild wars going on. I believe this is slightly better for my guild war team right now. Alright, let's put another seasons on it. Anyways, yeah, let's go do the, where is it? I already kept it at level 20. Let's go do these first real quick. I should still have it on paste. There we go. But we'll do these first. We get a little bit of extra loot this way. We get three 2 times multiplier rooms that are all quick kill, doing it this way. So may as well. We don't have potion effects, so I forgot. So we don't have the automatic Harpy Mage mana. I kind of got used to that from the other battle we just did. But yeah, mana goes up a little bit slower here. But we do get ourselves quite a bit of loot from doing these. And with 3 treasure rooms, it's definitely worth doing for the 2 times multiplier. To get that extra little bit in there. Who just lost sound? Sound should still be on. I don't know. Did anyone else lose sound? I don't see anything that would indicate the losing of sound. All sounds are working currently. Also, apparently the chat above me stopped working again. I'm not sure why it just started working again. It's being very weird. I should have done that on Mountain Crusher. Could have guaranteed killed the Brown by using the Harpy. Doesn't look like it's going to matter much, though. As hello, Lee Gaming. Welcome. What do we take here? Take yellow for now. Hey, you're here so late. You made it to the live stream. Nice. But yeah, right now we're just clearing through the 3 daily delves because they're at 2 times multiplier right now. We're doing those before we get into the other thing. Well, I'm doing 2 of them and then I'll skip the other one because it gets saved. So as long as we do the first 2, that's all that ends up mattering for it. So we do the first 2, hold the other one, and then we start delving as far as the event. Oh, what do we need here? We'll grab yellow there. Get our Harpy down. It's one of the few times I actually do the daily delves. Just because you get a decent chunk of extra reward for it. Oh, I should have taken the other room first. But yeah, I think my strategy for these delves is just take all the rooms that aren't a treasure room. Then just take the treasure rooms and then just go from there. Because the amount of points that we get means very little for this delve. For the event anyways. So we'll take all rooms that aren't treasure room, take all treasure rooms, take final battle. And of course we'll eventually switch to rush method. Probably around 200, 250, probably closer to 250, but we'll see how the team's holding up by then. I think Finesse can pretty comfortably run to 250 if we're going to go down that route. There's definitely plenty of builds that we can actually use. So getting resummon. One nice thing about this team, it does actually have a cleanup option for resummon. So you don't have to re-get your entire guard's avatar back up. It's one of the other things I kind of like about this team. Because if they happen to revive, normally Cirqua and Hadley is enough for cleanup. So you can just use that as your cleanup option and not really waste much time. Because one nice thing about Surqua and Hadley, he does double tap when there's only one left. So if there's one enemy left, he will hit it twice rather than just once. Some things are kind of set up and worded in a way where they will only do it once, but he is one that does it twice. And he gets a pretty decent amount of damage in there. If you count all the effects they end up getting through the Delve, especially if you had Magic Set. Though generally when we're using him, we will not have Magic Set. But still, it's a decent handful of damage. So why does our magic seem so low? Well, I guess we don't get like a huge amount from delves. I guess because I'm kind of thinking of potion effects from the other thing. Because gosh, our stats high with potion effects, obviously. They should be 49 higher than they normally are, which means we'd actually be doing more than double the amount of damage. Oh yeah, that's what I was expecting. Yeah, that seems more like it. Why was our magic so lower in the other battle? Nothing has magic reduction here, does it? Alright, now I'm kind of confused. Why on earth do we have lower magic then? Nothing here lowers magic in the final battle. Am I missing something? I don't believe any of the bots have a magic reduction. Invisible magic reduction? Oh, not sure. I'm going crazy. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Thursdays into Fridays are always my worst sleep nights. So it doesn't help trying to record the video at 3 a.m. in the morning. Let's see. Take the Shegra battle. Also, I didn't eat breakfast. I've just been nibbling on chips. Pringles. Free Pringles advertisement. They good. Actually, you probably can't even see the Pringles battle, can you? It's like invisible. Who said I'm eating Pringles? I'm eating invisible. Invisible is definitely a flavor. Why'd I do that? Mountain Crusher actually would have been better. Because it won't mana block. Yeah, the legend from this location is the second instance of a double storm in the game. Red, yellow. I haven't tried it with Sky Hero yet. I might do that tonight. I don't think we'll do it this stream though. But I am curious to see if it's viable at all. Spoilers, it probably isn't. But still want to mess around with it a bit. What can you use if you don't have Phoenicia? I mean, Guard's Avatar, you can use Phoenicia. You can use Tesla. You can use Finesse. We actually have a lot of options based on these colors. Iron Gut for the later battles. Oh, Divine Spall Aquilin. Oh, you can't use the Empower trip that it normally gets used with the bunny. But the rest of Divine Spall Aquilin you can use. But there's a handful of options. But for the super early battles, I feel like Phoenicia or Guard's Avatar are the best. And if you have neither, Tesla or Finesse for the earlier battles wouldn't be too bad either. Tesla's actually in Soulforge this week too. I didn't even notice that until I mentioned it in the video. But it's like as soon as I like mentioned the Tesla team, it's like, oh yeah, it's in Soulforge right now as well. Because I knew about Sky Hero, but it kind of like slipped my mind at the time when I made the team that, oh yeah, Tesla's in the Soulforge right now as well. Kind of convenient. Both of them are around on a week that they're very useful. The Sky Hero being because of the red yellow storm off of the troop. I don't feel like that's really going to be viable, but it's probably one of the things that most utilizes a red yellow storm. Would be Sky Hero. Like, there is any single thing in the entire game that would use a red yellow storm effectively, it is Sky Hero weapon. Because it is extremely dependent on both yellow and red to function. And a red yellow storm does both. There we go. We did our normal delves for today, which we don't normally do, but at 2 times multiplier, might as well. And we'll save the other one for later. Okay, now back to our normal stuff. Let's go and start delving. For real this time. So let's go over to games. Head back over to the faction. And yeah, I think our game plan here is do every room that isn't treasure, do boss. I'm pretty sure that's my game plan for every single one of these floors. Until we start skipping, of course. Yeah, Zugov is usable for the stealth. We can go Iron Guts Zugov for the later battles. Oh, so hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Yes, skipping is entirely to save time. There is no benefit to actually skipping. It just saves a lot of time. But you could do literally every single battle if you wanted to. The entire time. It just takes at least a few hours longer, if not more. But you do gain a lot more loot along the way. I haven't actually tested that yet. If I had to guess, I would say no. But I have yet to test if Phoenicia's ability would do 2 times damage with Electro Storm. We can go try it real quick. I guess that works. That's a little bit of a weird banner. But we just need to test this real quick. I hope I clicked Explore 12. I have no clue what it was already on. That's not Explore 12. Try it again. I need to reset this one anyway, so I guess that works. Oh, that's not the team I wanted. We'll get this right eventually. Wrong difficulty, wrong team. 3rd time's a charm. I didn't mean to click that one though. It doesn't matter though. Where's that team? Let's see what happens. My guess is no, she will not do 2 times damage. But we'll find out. Technically it is a red storm. But given that it's not just red, I don't think it will. So let's see, what value do we get here? Ah, it does. 102. Yes, Phoenicia does work on red-yellow storm, which means it checks the two storms independently. So that means it's both a red storm and a yellow storm, which, well, yeah, it is. But it actually does count for that for boosts as well. Interesting. However, one odd thing about it, though, if something boosts based on, like, there being a storm... Well, actually, I guess there isn't really something that boosts based on number of storms. I was going to say, I wonder if it would boost based on both independently. But I don't think there is a single thing in the entire game that boosts based on number of storms that are currently in play. Because normally you can only have one. I'm not sure if it would really count as two that way. But yes, a red-yellow storm does count for Phoenicia's boost ratio. That's rather interesting. I don't think that's really that applicable in most situations. However, if you're in a weird Guild War battle, and you're wondering if your Phoenicia will do 2 times damage, the answer is yes, if they're using Electric Storm. That's, like, never gonna happen, no. But, yeah, if you're ever in that situation, red-yellow storm does count as both a red storm and a yellow storm for boost ratios. Or for, you know, for things that need storm of a specific color. Oh, so I almost feel like replacing her with what's his name? Was Gimlet. Might actually make it a little bit quicker. Oh, I forgot we can't change our team. I was gonna go modify it. Gotta go finish the delve first. That or move Harpy Mage back slot. Because it just blocks mana when we only need to one cast it. It is purely just blocking mana right now. Hello, Oif! Welcome. Hello, GJ Ram. Welcome. How many tiers did we buy? 7. 7 sevens. We're also on 200. With 50% extra stats. We have a lot of stats. We got a lot of stats right now. We're like loaded. But yeah, we're at level 200 with 50%. With max stats that are pretty much possible currently within the game. With 7 tier 7s. So our stats are absurdly high right now. No, it's not required. It's just a really annoying peer faction. I'm pretty sure with like 30% less stats than we have, it'd still be like a cakewalk to do the peer faction though. Yes, the invisible Pringles tube. Have you never heard of the invisible flavor? So I think I just dropped part of the chip. What a fail. That's why you don't eat in the bedroom. Hey, level 10 chest. Nice. Yeah, Gorgotha's Avatar should be able to last us till like level 120, I want to say. Should have a pretty good wide range for where it can one-shot. Also, I forgot to change my team, fail. And now you want chimps too. This is actually my last Pringle thing. So once I run out, I'm out. What to go for here? That's one of the nice things about the faction events being on the weekend. They last for 3 days, 2 of which are quite literally running through the weekends. So if you don't have time on Friday, you have 2 other days. Whereas trying to do a pure faction on Tuesday, not only do you have less sigils to do it with, but you only have 1 day to do it with, which is quite a crunch on time, especially being on a weekday. But luckily, new delves are much longer duration, and they are mostly through the weekends. Also, looks like we're going to gain a level this stream. Getting very close to 1,600. At which point we gain extra stat. Which isn't much, but it's a little bit. Do these invisible Pringles come with 0 calories? I wish. Oh, there's a chip I dropped. 1 second. Found it. I got all the way over there. I'll be right back. I need to get a different drink. Other than just water for this. 1 moment. And we're back. No more invisible tacits. I really like these apple cider sparkling waters. I made a joke about it at one point, and then I realized it was a real thing. Which is kind of funny. I make it a joke about it in like January or February. And then I found it in like March. Just randomly. It's like, oh, sparkling apple cider is a thing. I've still been drinking sparkling water here and there. Still been trying to stick to mostly water. But it's better than drinking soda if nothing else. That also doesn't have most of the artificial things that, like those fake sugars or anything. It's the problem with quite a few of the other sparkling waters I was trying. Because they would like give me a headache because of that and everything. So they're not really that healthy anyways. Those fake sugars. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Let's go take this over. Let's see. Who has the most levels in Guild War? Do you know? Probably they should maintain a Hall of Fame for higher level people. I'm not sure what you mean. Most levels in Guild War? I'm not sure what you mean by most levels in Guild War. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Hello, ABAC. Hello, James. Welcome, welcome. No, my guild was the first ever to get first place in Guild Wars, if that's what you mean. Like a track of what position you constantly get. So my guild's been kind of in the mid-range of like tier 3, 4, 5 lately. Oh, you mean hero level? Gems of War database keeps track of that. We're pretty high up there. I don't think we're in top 100 though. Also, the website only checks people who've recently like logged in. So it's not the most accurate of locations, but it gives like a rough estimation kind of. I don't think Terran's World ever had something for that, but Gems of War database always had. Or not always, but pretty much always. But yeah, GOWDB.com underneath the high score section has that info. Yeah, level 2000 is exceedingly hard to get. And 4 years from now, I might not even be level 2000. We'll probably be pretty close. Depends if we get more ways to get EXP or not. But if the current EXP system is exactly like it is, it could be about 4.5 to 5 years before I have level 2000. Even with how deep I am in leveling. You only get 10 stats from above 1000 to 2000. So you have most of the stats by 1000, which only takes theoretically less than a month. You could have level 1000 hero if you really grind at it. Otherwise, a few months. But yeah, getting every like 100 levels beyond like 1300, it feels like it takes a year for every single interval. Approximately. Of course, it depends how much you play. But pretty much every interval past that point seems to take about a year. Yes, technically gaining VIP levels would help you gain XP slightly quicker. However, only obviously if you reach a XP threshold for getting more. I think I'm at 50% extra XP. I should forget. I don't think the next one's XP. Let me double check. Shop. Oh, it actually is. You get 10% more XP at next level. I have no intention on getting there anytime soon, though. But yeah, VIP 8 gives 40% total XP gain. It's weird that it moves by 10%. And there's no way we're reaching 10 anytime soon. 10 is $790. 8 is at, I actually forget the value. But we don't even have any progress towards it. Not a single bit of progress. Also, I've been meaning to change my team for like the last 2 delves and I keep forgetting. But yeah, level 2000 is definitely doable. It just takes forever. Anything beyond 2000 is realistically not possible, though. Or not possible, you know what I mean. You stop gaining stats beyond that point. And 2000 is theoretically considered max level. It's not actually max level, but for all intensive purposes, it is max level. Because realistically, you gain no substantial benefit from going any further than 2000. Yes, VIP levels are currently locked behind money only. When VIPs first came out, I did suggest them add some kind of way to get it through free. But they kept it as 100% currency only. Yes, it is impossible to get VIP levels without monies. VIP levels mostly just have small little percent bonuses though. Mostly just to reduce down grind ever so slightly. A level 2035, yeah. There's definitely a decent handful of over 2,000 people now. There should be at this point. Like, as the game keeps going on, 2,000 will seem less special. Though it's still insanely high. Like, anyone over 2,000 still at this point is insanely high level. But as time goes on, there'll be more level 2000s, increasingly. Who knows, maybe every single person in Bracket 1 Guild Wars will eventually be straight 2000s. But that could be a while. It takes forever still to reach that high. There's a good chance that most players would never even get that high of a level. And by most players, I mean like 99.9% of people. Just because it takes so long. Like, we're at almost 15,000 hours played and we're not even that high. Most efficient way currently to gain XP is spam Explore. It's Explore level 2 or 3, the low level Explore. Because the difficulty of the battle has no effect on your XP gain. Also, doing it specifically during a Guild War week when your guild has won the previous day for that 100% XP bonus is the best rate you can get for XP. Doing Explore 2 or 3 the day after you got 100% bonus from winning a Guild War day is the highest XP rate in the game. Which means you can only really effectively farm for XP during Guild Wars weeks, assuming your guild constantly wins. That's the most effective time to do level grinding. And level grinding is pretty much the same thing that you do during a Vault event. However, I'm not sure if we ever really get Vault events that coincide with Guild Wars. That would be very convenient if we do. Because they both use the exact same method. Level farming for hero. Specifically for hero, not for hero class. But level farming for hero. And gnome farming for Vault events are the exact same method. There's no difference between them. They both do low-level explore as quickly as possible to gain what they want. In one instance, XP, and in the other instance, of course, the gnomes. So I got a few chips left, but I'll save it for later. I still have leftovers from yesterday. That'll be good for it. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Which I'll probably eat after this stream. Should eat something beforehand, though. Which is why I was nibbling on the chips. Nibble, nibble. I think the goal of this stream is to get to around 400 faction. I think is our goal or so. Somewhere's around there. Of course, we're at 70 right now. I think around 250 we might start doing skip method. But if we go start using Iron Gut Zugoff, we might find that it's just so quick that might do all the rooms. Because Iron Gut Zugoff is accessible here. Forgot to mention that during the morning. But it is usable. I mentioned an Iron Gut team, but I forgot to mention that Zugoff can be used with it. You're going to be 1 EXP short, or 1 mana. I guess it doesn't matter due to enchant. Besides Crypt Keeper, Stonesong Aerie, and All Seeing Eye, which factions would you consider the easiest to do without potions? That one, recent one that we got, not the one that we have today, but the one prior to it. Ilithia? Or the one all the way in top right that begins with I or whatever it is. It has a weird name. I always keep forgetting it. But that place is probably one of the easiest pure factions in the entire game, ever since it came out last month. Yeah, Ilithia. It's one of the easiest factions in the game, pure factions. There's even an argument to be made that it's even easier than things like Stonesong Aerie, potentially. So if you already did those other 3, it's definitely worth considering as your next one. I've also heard people say Primal Rift is easy, though I didn't really have as good of a time with it compared to some of the other easier ones. Though it does have Trent. You can carry the whole delve with Trent. It's one of the reasons why people normally say it's easier. Oh, once again, I forgot to change the team. At this point, I don't think we're changing that team. We're already at 80. It's only going to be used to like 100 or so. Till we're going to swap out for something. But then again, it's still one-shotting pretty hard. Oh yeah, Amethrax, if you get lucky, is pretty easy as well. You can just infinitely loop Truffle. I do feel it's a little clunky without potions. Once you get 2 full manas, you just go crazy. It just takes a bit of time to actually get that startup. But once it gets going, it's pretty auto-win. But yeah, it's still one-shotting. It's a legendary battle, and it's still getting one shot at 80. Currently using Mountain Crusher, Zugoff, Maiden's Touch, and Valkyrie at level 270, working pretty well for now. That should be able to go all the way, Zugoff. It's not like he falls off at any point. His skull spam a little bit, but the other aspect of his ability, the instant kill, obviously scales up to anything. Hiking Iron Gut Zugoff should be quicker than Double Tesla. However, Double Tesla with Holy Saint Astra should be insanely quick still. But how many stats we have? We could even be running Tesla right now. Yeah, I was gonna. I mentioned that as one of the teams. Mountain Crusher, Double Tesla, into Holy Saint Astra. I don't think you'll need a Risquea Shield personally, compared to more mana accumulation. Our Scale doesn't really do much of a boost ratio for damage. For something like Rowan or Guard's Avatar, where you're focusing all in one, it does. I really do not feel like it's worth doing for Tesla, though. Since she boosts based on all of them, so she has a much lower boost ratio for when you specifically buff up only one. Yeah, I think the three best for going all the way is any combination of Iron Gut Zugoth being the absolute best, Tesla being the second best, and then worst comes to worst to spam finesses. If you have like literally nothing, just run triple finesse to Yellow Storm and Storm Color, and you'll be good to go. And just run whatever weapon, like some kind of mana generating weapon. What's a substitute for holding Saint Astra? Maybe some kind of Empower troop that can feed red or blue. I'm not sure if there's a really proper replacement other than that. Just because the main reason for using Holy Saint Astra, of course, is 50% mana start. But some kind of Empower troop that can feed red or blue would work. Scurvy Sea Dog does into blue. I forget what other color options there are. But there's definitely a few. There's some kind of Empower that feeds to her. Would be fine. Yeah, you could do Child Summer. Oh yeah, that would work pretty good. It has a Storm too. Almost forgot that has the right color for the Delve. Yeah, Child of Summer would probably be the best bet then, due to the Storm. Okay, let me remember to switch my team now. There we go, we fixed it. That's all we had to do this entire time. And I went like 4 Delves without doing it, or 5. Actually, this entire time we went without doing it. So make that 6 then, or 7. I'm not even sure. Numbers, how they work. What weapon can you use with Tesla team? Anything for mana accumulation. Mountain Crusher would be fine. Just because it gets up really quick. Yeah, Jar of Eyes would work good. It blocks blue, but it has Blue Storm. That'd be good if you needed at least 3 Teslas. How long have I slept? Only a few hours. I did not get much sleep. We recorded the video very early. And there wasn't much time to sleep between then and then. Or then and now, I mean. I'll take a nap after we finish out the stream, though. Before the other stream tonight. The problem is I woke up too late yesterday. Which ruined my sleep schedule today. And it was already so late by the time I was considering going to bed last night that I'm like, I might as well just wait a little longer and just record the video before I go to bed. Which is why I went out so early. We got the video out before 4 a.m. actually, if I'm not mistaken. Then I went to sleep. And then I woke up and we started streaming because I woke up like 10 minutes before the stream. I technically could have done whatever there. He had 22 mana with enchant, so that technically means he had full mana. It's also why I moved Harpy Mage back. It just blocks mana otherwise. Yeah, sometimes I get the Delve videos out very, very late to the point that they're not as helpful. I got it out really early this time. Because obviously most people do, even if they don't go for Pure Faction 500, most people do a good number of the Delve before the weekend ends. And probably mostly on the first day as well. Because most people will use up all their sigils on the first day, assuming they have time. Which means they get like 80% of their progress, if not more, all on the same day, the first day. Oh, we finally didn't one-shot. Only took us until, what, 90? I think we're at 90 right now. Yeah, that went pretty deep, still one-shotting the entire time. We are at, yeah, 90. Stopped one-shotting at 90. So I guess we'll do one more with this team. Oh, excuse me. And then probably switch out to, I'm not even sure what I want to switch out to next. I think I go Tesla next, actually. Oddly enough. Our stats are so high that we don't even need their stats to be high. I'm pretty sure our stats are so high that we could just ignore the fact that their stats aren't high. Because our stats make up for it. You could use Plague Lord. Or you could just use Titan. Either or works. But yeah, Plague Lord does count as a human. However, Titan just naturally has half mana start. So either way, it still works out. The bonus that you would get for having 3 humans isn't like that substantial to the point where it really matter much. You could do it either way, it doesn't really matter. Both kind of same premise of team. Oh, we didn't even one-shot this one either. Yeah, we definitely need to change up team then. I haven't one-shotting the legendary battle. I was just expecting the final battle to not one-shot. And now we got multiple. Could always Urski a shield into it, but I'd rather just switch to a Tesla at that point. Yes, it is normally advised to do Pure Faction at level 100. Just to have like a safety net for it. So it also allows you to get one whole additional pet. If you end up doing it that way, even if you don't go for the 500. But, yeah, it would also give you a feel for what the Pure Faction is like. I normally don't because we have so many stats that, regardless, we'll be fine on the Pure Faction. But, yeah, you can kind of do it a little bit earlier to get a feel for it. Though Pure Faction can play out quite a bit differently at a low level compared to high level, as far as play style. Because your skulls become a lot less effective, so the way that you play it can change. Well, all your damage becomes less effective, but particularly skulls. Like, you don't have to worry about their skulls as much, and your skulls are just naturally more effective, given that they take out a bigger percent of their total stats. But yeah, level 100 and 300 are the 2 best safety nets for factions. I personally just like doing the 100 if I was to do it, which I've done in the past. But 300 has become increasingly popular. Just because it gives you 2.5 times multiplier pet for when you finally get around to Pure Faction. I personally don't feel like that makes too huge a difference though. And for how difficult 300 is, I really don't feel like it's worth going for. But definitely minimum level 100 Pure Faction you should always do if you have no intention on doing 500. Something I sometimes forget to mention. But yeah, if you have no intention on doing 500, which is probably a good majority of people, you normally want to do at least a 100, if not specifically a 100. Just because that allows you to get a extra pet upgrade. Oh, sorry, the other one, level 300 is actually a 2.75 pet. Doing 100 is a 2.5 pet. As far as its multiplier. Because doing a level 100 Pure Faction with all other benefits is enough to get 5 copies of the pet, which is enough to upgrade it once more to a 2.5 instead of a 2.25. Not a huge difference, but it's a nice little stopping location. Anyways, I think we're going to finally switch to Tesla. So let's go run Tesla. Where is the Tesla? Also, hold up. I'm actually going to replace Hero completely. I'm going to go for Empower. Summer, you're blocked. But it's a color we don't need. Yeah, we'll go summer. Okay, Holy Saint Astra, Double Tesla, Child of Summer. Maybe change our banner as well. Okay, we got our game plan. We're running Holy Saint Astra, Double Tesla, Child of Summer. No hero. Because they're not going to kill us anytime soon. So we can run Tesla in first slot. This is not advised for the very deep levels. But for the level range that we're going to be running it right now, this should be perfectly fine. So yeah, let's go run it. I don't think I've ever ran this team in this order before with this kind of composition, but it should be fine. Our stats are high enough that it really should not matter. And what's kind of sad is this could actually run the entire time as well. It'd be too high of a liability that Holy Saint Astra would eventually die though. So it will be changing at some point. But as it currently stands, it should be exceedingly quick. Like exceedingly quick. A team build for Peer Faction. I mentioned triple, or the Smasher bot, the mana accumulating one, the one with all the explosions, followed by triple Legend. However, I might run double Legend and put one of the damage sources there. The one that has like that triple damage chance. Are ranking potions from doing Faction Assault always same for all people? No matter what room order you do? Are ranking points for doing Faction Assault always same for all people, no matter what room order you do? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but a room order affects how many points you get for the floor. So you want to take the highest multipliers and work your way to the lowest multipliers. If you're saying, does everyone get the exact same one on every single category? No, it's completely random. So even if two people do optimal room order, one person could still have more by getting better multipliers. Even if two people do the exact same proper perfect room order, multiplier order, one person could still be higher due to getting different rooms, if that's what you're referring to. But a multiplier order is what dictates a good majority of it. The only thing that doesn't change is the amount of points that you get per room as far as the static amount, not counting it being affected by multipliers. Like, for example, when you're on a floor... oh, what floor are we on? When you're on a floor... if you're on a floor 110, all these rooms have a 550 points, and the final room has a 2,200. However, that base value, while that is base value is consistent for this floor, the multiplier that gets affected by it is not. Because even if you took optimal multiplier order, it would still have the condition of two people would have two different delve layouts. So you'd have a slightly different multiplier than them. And even if you ended with the same multiplier, you'd have had different multipliers going throughout the delve, so it still makes a difference. Because taking a bigger multiplier earlier does give you more of a benefit. It's always best to take the bigger multipliers first, because they apply to every subsequent room. And while it'll give you the same loot for the end chest thingy, your loot that you get for the along the way is slightly higher. Optimal multiplier order normally makes about a 10 to 15% loot difference, which is also a 10 to 15% point difference, which is probably even closer to 20%. Due to how the things work. Not a huge amount, but adds up. Though specifically the amount of points you get is pretty irrelevant unless you're trying for leaderboard. That are all rewards. But there's normally quite a bit of leeway. Unless you're trying to do it at tier 3. which case I think it might be a little bit tighter. But more often than not, the point leeway is pretty high for getting all of the things done. Also, we have yet to get a single good cast with Summer. I feel like every single board is useless for her. Which is pretty much what happens the second I use an Empower. Is we will get a bunch of rooms where that Empower will do nothing. And the second I take it out of my team, it'll have like the most optimal setup. It's the way that it normally works. Luckily, that was our very first actual good cast that we could do with her. A really nice 5x red. Which is ideally what we want to see every battle. Round the red alignment into a nice extra turn surge like that. Boom. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And then we throw down double Tesla and boom, they're dead. Double Tesla should go a really far range with how much stats we have. As far as when it will kill. I think we can go up to like 250, I want to say, before we need a triple hit. At this point, we're basically using Tesla until she stops double hitting. At which point, we'll switch to probably Iron Gut Zugoff. As long as she's still the one casting or double casting while using her. Once it gets to triple, we'll probably switch out. Yeah, if they get submerged, that could be a problem. One way around that is to use a hero class that has Dispel. However, obviously in our current build, we do not have Dispel because we have no hero on our team. But a lot of teams have a submerge problem. We just kind of have to bait out skulls if that happens. Normally we should be able to win quick enough that submerge isn't a factor. However, that one trait that makes them submerge after they cast can be pretty annoying if we find that room. However, I've yet to see that room yet in this delve layout, so I'm not sure if he even has it. There are some delves that have less of a chance to find specific rooms. And this delve might actually have a really low chance, or even zero chance to find the submerge room, which I really hope would be the case. It almost makes sense since it is kind of a mech location. Submerge in a mech location would be kind of weird. Well, I guess maybe a submarine. But that doesn't exist in this game. Let's see. What on earth is this? We'll take that for now, I guess. Take a red over, that should be enough. And then just double Tesla. And now kill him out. Does any class get Dispel at level 40? No. They're all at 70. Every hero class with Dispel has it on 70 on the exact same tree. That one shield tree. I forget what it's called. It might even just be called shield tree. But that one defensive tree that has like a shield icon. Any of the hero classes with that have Dispel. But it's all at level 70. None of them have it on their traits. And it's only on the level 70 perk underneath the shield thing. The shield tree. Overall strongest thing that actually has it is probably Mechanist hero class. As far as overall strongest hero class with Dispel. Mechanist used to be even stronger too, and then it got nerfed. It got nerfed the same time that Titan got buffed. They made a change where they made every single hero class have the weapon arc for their thing. So whatever weapon they had, they made sure that they had the tree that also had the weapon that coincided with it. And this actually ended up nerfing mech because it used to have the burning tree. The one that had triple damage, burning and all that. With all the other benefits it had was super, super good. So it had Dispel, it had triple damage burning. And it had Barrier at the start. At one point it was actually one of the strongest hero classes in the game. But then Titan just became godlike when they gave it Storm Tree. But prior to that nerf, for like that very short duration, I think it was only like a month or so, month or two. For that short duration, Mechanist was actually one of the strongest classes in the game. It's still a really good hero class, but not as good as it was. Also, why do you have to revive? You're going to make this so much more annoying. What's even the game plan here? Game plan is try to find how on earth we get that last little bit of mana. This board does not want to help us with that. I'm just going to cast this just to give us something to go take. There we go, and that's match. Five is going to be annoying. Hopefully we don't get too many battles that has a 100% revive chance on it. Because I don't have any stun on this team. That was not a good move. Yeah, there is though. Because the Tesla will have full mana just by waiting it out and then it dies. There's a 9% chance they'll appear northwest. What, the submerged one? Haven't seen it yet. So we got pretty lucky. However, that's only 1 in 10 delves. Approximately. But yeah, hopefully we don't end up seeing submerge. Always annoying when every subsequent battle gets submerged. Also, how on earth do you know the exact percent? I know some people data mine it. But I wasn't aware that they posted publicly anywhere. Normally people just hoard it and share it with their guilds if they do. But yeah, the game does have a breakdown of every percent for every single room that could possibly happen. And every single delve does have different percents for different rooms. It's not too much of a change normally, but it is modified per most delves. Like Silver Necropolis has a much higher chance of undead related rooms compared to the average delve. Oh no, last I recall was like that. I'm not sure if they do that for newer delves though, or if I'm just remembering wrong. But last I recall, there were some delves that had different percents for different rooms. Regarding this doesn't really matter too much. They're all going down regardless. I need a blue or red here. I want to take it before I cast, otherwise it's going to be too annoying and we'll have to wait out like 3 turns. It'll take too long. The worst comes to worst, you could just wait the enchant out. It's like the backup plan if there's like absolutely nothing to do on the board. Just wait till you just get naturally full mana. There we go. Finally a good starting board. However, I kind of already had the mana, so that was a little bit of a waste, but we only need double cast, so it's fine. But yeah, this might be able to go a while with double cast. We might be able to go all the way to 300, which I was kind of mentioning, but yeah, we could probably go to 300 with it. It normally falls off a little bit quicker, but we have such high stats right now that I'm pretty sure it can go to 300 and still double cast. The second we need triple, though, we're probably going to switch to Iron Gut Zugoff. But even at that point, it still wouldn't be bad. You could run this all the way to 500 if you really wanted to. With the exception that you're eventually going to have to put Hero there to tank. Because obviously Holy Saint Astra is not going to tank forever. But for this lower level range, she's perfectly fine. They're not going to kill her anytime soon. They'd have to get absurdly lucky to actually get a kill on her. Especially with that barrier as well. So it has protection against 1 whole hit. And currently it can survive like, what, 6 goal hits? 7 if you count the barrier. But as we get deeper, that obviously won't be the case. As long as she has like a 4 kill range, counting barrier. Like if she can survive 4 hits, it's probably fine. Once it gets down to like 3, we're probably going to want to switch to Titan. Assuming we're even still using Tesla by that point. Sure, have this. That gives armor as well, so if we needed that extra little bit of damage boost. It's actually quite a bit of damage. That much armor that much armor buff. That much armor buff ends up giving what is that? 220 damage. Oh, except he just cursed me. But yeah, that would be 220 additional damage. That's actually pretty absurd. That's almost enough to one-shot now. Wait, hold up. Is that enough to one-shot? No, it's a little short, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a 220 damage buff right there. Wow. Assuming we didn't get cursed. Because Tesla's 2-1, aren't you? Wait, never mind. Does she have a long boot? Sorry, never mind. It's a 100 damage buff. My bad. I forgot you're 4-1, aren't you? Yeah, you're 4-1. Never mind. But still, that's pretty good. That's what, 100 buff? No, it was yeah, 105. That is 105 damage buff then. Or sorry, I did math wrong. It's 100 and it's 440. What's 440 divided by 4? It's 110. Oh, duh. It's literally just whatever it's literally whatever her number is. She's buffing 4 things, so yeah, duh. And it's 4-to-1 boost ratio. It's literally just whatever that number is. But yeah, she does a 110 damage buff to entire team, or to how much damage Tesla will end up doing when we cast her. Oh, plus that has human boost ratio, doesn't it? So actually it's a little bit higher than that. Never mind. She doesn't have human boost ratio. She's enchants humans. What troops do you recommend with Zugaf and Iron Gut? Mountain Crusher. Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Iron Gut, Zugaf probably. Unless you want to do it in a bit different order to try to utilize the attack off Iron Gut, but that might be a little risky with Zugaf. How many packs did we get? 7 tier 7s. 7 7s. And we're at level 200 Horde with 50% bonus. So we're like loaded for stats right now. We have a lot of stats. Let's try one-shotting. We actually got one shot, though it's a weaker battle. But yeah, we'll need to go repair our gems next week. We're under 20,000. Always a sight we don't want to see. But we need to. We'll be back at all 2,500 pure factions down the line once we get it done. If you don't use Destructibot in pure faction, you won't be able to target the summoner, and the computer will just keep replacing. What does Destructibot have that would allow you to? He doesn't have stun, does he? Oh, wait, what? Does the guy have stealthy? I didn't even pay much attention to that. But if so, yeah, that'd be a little annoying since the triple damage can't target it specifically. Really? 3 off? What a fail. Also, am I even using armor right now? I think I'm using seasons. I'm gonna switch to armor. I doubt too many more people will fight us in Guild Wars. We already got most of our battles in. Can we get anything other than 2-5? Wait, what? How do we get straight 2-5s? What am I looking at right now? Wait, let me get a little bit more centered. Why is everything 2-5? We got 2-5, 2-5, 2-5. This wasn't even 2-5 earlier. That means someone else would have had to gone out of their way to go make it a 2-5. But what is this? 2-5, 2-5, 2-5, 2-5. That's pretty funny. I don't think my defend teams know how to get anything other than 2-5 this week. What was I doing? Back to faction. Oh, I meant to switch armor. I knew I came here for something. Let's do it over magic, I guess, for now. Because I need the other thing for the event later. Well, then again, we're going to need magic for dailies. Oh, well. We'll fix it then. But for now, let's go run these. And that should be 24 additional armor. There's no way every single day is going to be 2-5. So we got every single one invisible path or view to be 2-5. It's good enough. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. If you did all your battles on one single day, no one could ever have optimal medals for every single one. Like, you could kind of do a mix that kind of is, like 20% into seasons into, like, a cleanse medal or something. But it would be impossible to have absolutely optimal medalage if you did them all in one day. I never thought about that. That's a rather interesting strategy for Guild Wars. If your only goal was not to win per day, but was to win the overall Guild War bracket. Also, people would have no clue what your actual amount of things are. Because for whatever reason, they still added no indication whatsoever as far as total battles done. Which makes it very hard to tell if you're actually beating a guild or if they're just hoarding a bunch of battles for later. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, it would actually theoretically, if your only goal was to win the bracket, is theoretically best if literally every person just saved all their battles to Sunday and then just did them all. Because it's quite literally impossible to have perfect medalage for every single one of those teams across all 6 teams. You could set some that are like generic, that would kind of work for most, but none would be perfectly optimal. Or you could set perfectly optimal for like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of them, but it wouldn't cover all of them. Whatever you have set. Yeah, it's something they'll probably eventually do, but it's not coding wise. It seems to be beyond something they can do at the moment. It is something that will eventually happen, most likely, but probably no time soon. Do we wait out the turns? I say no. We'll take the mana. We only would have need to wait 1 turn. But why wait 1 turn when you can wait 0 turns? Yeah, I play Guild Wars just for fun. I find Guild Wars to be a lot of fun. Especially that one Gorgotha battle we had the other day. That was great. We need more moments like that. But, I don't know. I just play it for fun. Like, obviously, we still do somewhat decent in Guild Wars. But, I definitely play it for fun. Or at least these days, I feel like we do. Though we were the first guild to ever make Bracket 1. But we were, like, hardcore, like, theory crafting teams for it during the time. And constantly sharing it with the guild. Like, we were really on top of the first few Guild Wars. Luckily, there was alignment on that. Otherwise, that would have taken like a whole minute. Yeah, long Guild War battles can be pretty fun. As long as it's not against life and death. As long as it's not life and death that your long battles on. Though we have won long battles against life and death before. But those just seem cheap because you die for like no reason whatsoever. Whereas in other things, it's a little bit more skill based on if you actually die or not. Like the Gorgotha battle we had. Like there wasn't any kind of cheap mechanic that was going to kill us. Actually, that was a life and death team. However, we kind of got past the point of life and death by the time we got to the end of our team. But life and death could just randomly kill you for no reason. Whereas in most other battles, you can actually have control on if they kill you or not. At least to some capacity. Hello, Exos! Welcome. It's still getting pretty good pacing. We're still very heavily in like double cast range too. Especially if we throw that little bit of armor buff or really wanted it. Oh, we can't get a one shot there. Should just threw the buff earlier. We're gonna need to do it anyways. Could already won the turn early. Probably gonna need to start doing it now. If we get Holy Saint Astra up early, we just need to cast it. Because it might save us a whole turn. Which might mean having to get a whole full mana backup. Hello, Rummerford! Welcome! Really? No alignment? Okay, we'll wait 2 turns then. Oh, or 1 turn, there we go. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Getting an extra turn doesn't help us. There we go. You can do it with, the bare minimum is 4. 4 tier 7s is enough to reach 500 by the end of the weekend. I went for 7. But it is possible for 4, which is 1,910 gems. That's the absolute lowest you can spend and still get to the end, if I'm not mistaken. It's either that or 4. Yeah, it's either 4 or 5. I think it is technically possible with 4, though. It's a little tight, though. But it should be possible with 4. But I ended up going for 7. Let's see. Yeah, engagement on videos have been slightly lowered recently. Though it seems to be across multiple things. Because even other streamers that like do stuff like actually what's his name even brought it up to me. So it's probably just a combination of COVID-19, like people actually, you know, getting out of the house now and stuff, somewhat more than before, combined with some small amount of people leaving for 5.0 when it ended up occurring. But yeah, who was it? Cynical ended up mentioning that the other day. But yeah, it's down like 15% or so across everything. 15-20% or so. Oh, to grab here. I'll take a red for now. We're gonna need multiple turns. Well, we'll take this for now. He'll do his thing. I'll just Holy Saint Astra while we're delaying our turn. Doesn't really matter what he does. He'll take all the extra turns way quicker than we ever could. So let's let him take them all, and he's dead. Oh, and unfortunately that happened. Well, we got a good alignment, and he's dead. Easy as that. Yeah, you gotta be really careful. Guild War team, there's a lot of Guild War teams that can just wipe you out of nowhere. We always have 1 dislike. I know, we've had quite a few things that have 0. Last I checked, the teams for this event has 0 dislikes. Though by now it might have 1. Live streams are a lot more likely to get a dislike than videos, though. The videos still eventually get them at some point. This would be one of the most annoying rooms to have submerge for, or you know, when they submerge on cast. Because they all get to cast immediately. Also, Leprechaun room is pretty much always the last room. It has the highest gold gain of any room. It has a... Actually, has a 2,000. Hey, this guy doesn't have stealthy, so you can just target him out with the higher damage thing. Your 100 pure faction was very funny because the troops kept blowing up. Yeah, that will happen. It's pretty much the whole premise of this delve. Lots and lots of explosions all over the place. Oh, so we could probably start doing skip methods soon. Why is our sigil so high? Have we been lucky on Valravns? Oh, so hello, Cynical. Welcome. Well, why run for pure faction? I'm not even sure at this point. I'm probably running Man Accumulator, the one that does triple damage, and then 2 of the legends. 2 legend I feel like is the minimum you should run just in case. Because you'll want to make sure you have at least 1 legend going to final battle, of course, in case one just randomly dies somehow. As long as you have 1 legend going to the final battle, you should auto win. But ideally, you want to have 2 legends as well going into final battle. Because the rest of your team at that point doesn't even matter because you're just going to resummon it anyways. But I'll probably run one of the destructive bots. Not because he'll survive to the final battle, but just to speed it up a little. Since if he actually lands his triple damage, he's going to be hitting pretty hard. Yeah, we could probably get Pure Faction done today. I'll probably do it tonight, though. Probably do it tonight. I'm all good all the way to that point today. Yeah, we might have went 1 tier too many. As far as how many we got. I guess we get to get it all day done on day 1. Or if nothing else, we could go for a leaderboard with it if we do every single room. What is leaderboard at right now? It's hard to tell. There's a lot of people who will be moving up to 500. But yeah, we would get some amount of orbs from it. Because I assume some of these smaller ones are no skip. And if that is the case, yeah, it's about, what, 2,000 points then by the time you reach it? Though the leaderboard's still pretty fresh. We still got a while before a lot of people actually do it. Because we're not even 12 hours into the event yet. And of course it goes all the way for the total 3 days, so we still got a while. Still very early in it. What is your Horde level? Really high. Is at level 200 with 50% extra due to the kingdom upgrade, so it's effectively at level 300. Why are we not using hero? There's just no need to use hero on this team currently. Maybe a little bit deeper we might, but as it currently stands, we pretty much have no purpose in actually using hero on this team. I think I'm still going to go do rush method once we hit about 200. Theoretically, we could just start doing it now, because I think we have the amount of sigils we need to still get it done tonight. Because what are we at right now? Let's go do the math. So we're going to need 1 sigil for the next floor. What's 29 plus 18? That's math, go. That's 47, which means if we start doing skip method now, we only need to find 2 Valravns. There's a pretty good chance we'd find 2 Valravns between now and then. I might go to 200 just in case. But yeah, I think we could find 2 Valravns, especially since we have 4 rooms instead of 3. Yeah, I believe we're only 2 Valravns off, if I did the math right? Because what would 4 more be? That'd be 33. 33 into 18 is, yeah, 51, which is exactly how many we need. So, yeah, we just need to find 2 more Valravns between now and then. So we can start skipping at 200. So that'll work then. So yeah, we can get it done today then instead of tomorrow. Perfect. That'll work out great. Yeah, we'll go to 200, no skip, and then start skipping. Oh yeah, all my hero classes are level 100. So one thing that you would normally do during delves, because it gives 2 XP per battle, is you would use just some random hero class to gain free XP. I did that for the longest of time. However, we have every hero class in the entire game max, so there's no point in us doing that. It's actually one of the nice benefits of having every hero class maxed, is you can actually run teams with no hero when they're actually viable. It's very rare that a team is actually viable with no hero ever since they buffed it like crazy 2 years ago. When they ended up adding hero perks up to that level 100 system that they added. But ever since then, heroes used in almost every team ever. However, there are some rare instances where it's actually better not to run hero. And the team we're running right now is one of those. Where it's actually quicker to run Empower rather than run like a Jar of Eyes or something. Just because it gets up quicker. And it doesn't mana block. Really surprised this is still pretty much getting 2 shots all over the place. What is the next Tower of Doom and what color it will be? I do not know. Tower of Doom, I'm not sure what's up with Tower of Doom at the moment, to be honest. They said they were going to do it in between every single, what's it called? Between every single campaign. However, they also said that they were going to do one in between. But if the spoiler things are showing that the next one's at the end of September, that means we're not getting one in between. Which is kind of weird. Because it kind of seems like next Friday should be one if they were going to do an in-between one. But if they're not doing any in-between ones, that means there's going to be an 11-week gap between Tower of Dooms. Which is obviously an absurdly large gap of not having a Tower of Doom. But yeah, they said they were going to do one midway through campaign during a weekend event. But unless they change it, we might not be getting one. Oh no, we just triggered a Submerge trait off of Empower thing. That's got to be so annoying for the rest of this delve. I have to Skull Distract him in order to break it. Feels weird trying to give the enemy a skull. I'm failing at it. I am failing at it drastically. There we go. Luckily, he did not extra turn from that. Yes, there will always be a Tower of Doom the week after campaign ends. That will always be the case. If we get more than that, it's questionable. But we will 100% of the time always get a campaign after, we'll always get a Tower of Doom after campaign. However, that's the only one we're getting. That's not a lot. One every 11 weeks. They said at one point they were going to add more ways to gain Tower of Doom scrolls. If they're only going to do one Tower of Doom every 11 weeks, they definitely need to do that. However, at the current state of the game, they have yet to implement something that would give us more. Or some kind of alternative method to get them. Who knows, maybe Treasure Hunt or something will have it. Really doubtful, though. But, as it currently stands, it's, there's no alternative way of getting them. Also, they're worth quite a bit, too. I think if you mass bought them, they're like 133 gems each. So they're not going to be too cheap if they did add some kind of other way to get them. Want to just end the turn so we can go kill it out. There we go. Because we'll have enchant anyways for the mana. No point actually taking mana. Another level 10 chest. Nice. I think that's our second or third one. Definitely at least our second. It doesn't matter if it's a level 10 if it gives us not chaos shards. Pretty much the only loot I want to see is pure chaos shards. Anything that isn't that is taken away from our potential amount of chaos shards. How many does it take to max a weapon? I believe it increases by 1 each time, right? I believe it goes 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and so on and so forth, right? In which case it requires... I don't know, what's the math on that? 1 through 10 added together. Is I believe how much it costs.
I will aid you in your journey. Next time, watch yourself.
I'm not sure what the math on that is. It's like 40 something if I'm not mistaken. Or 55. Okay, yeah, 55. That sounds about right. Oh yeah, I forgot to... Yeah, it's 55. I was thinking 40 something because the, yeah. I forgot to carry the 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Yeah, Legendary are 45 and Mythics and Dooms are 55. I knew something was 45 related. Yep, that's the way it is then. Oh, please don't get revive. Good. 25% chance of Dire Hounds, which we actually haven't seen yet. Or not Dire Hounds. Dire Wolf, I mean. Also, I think we're going to start Rush Method after we finish out the Stealth. Also, that means we're probably going to need to switch to Iron Good Zugoff soon. As long as Tesla's still working, we'll keep using Tesla, I guess. But once she becomes a little bit less efficient, we'll stop using her. Well, for now, it's doing what it needs to do. Feels weird using Holy Saint Astra as a tank. Though on this team, it's working. Actually, we should technically even put Summer in front of it as well. So that they can both tank for the Teslas. You hope you can get Zugov before Christmas? Yeah. It's a really nice thing to be aiming for. One of the nice end game goals. Eventually get a Zugov. It's becoming increasingly more viable for stuff too. As time goes on, instant kill keeps getting better for various things. Plus the skull spam is pretty good in a couple teams. Okay, how many sigils are we short right now? I am 2 Valravn short. Should we start skip methoding? I think so. The chance we get 2 Valravns. Oh, so I just noticed all the gears right there. That's kind of cool. All the gears in the background right there. I like that. What's that supposed to be? Lava? I guess those little lava pits. But anyways, yeah, I think we start skipping now. Because we need to find 2 Valravns within 27 battles. And we haven't gotten one recently, so I think we're good to go to start skipping. And then we can start skipping the rest of the way. All the way to victory. And we'll do pure faction tonight. But yeah, I think we start doing skip method for now. I mentioned the goal earlier was to reach about 400. I think that's still pretty much our goal of the stream. Reach 400 delve. But maybe we'll go a little bit deeper. Because at this point, we pretty much confirmed we could do pure faction tonight. So we might go a little bit deeper just so we can go do level 500 and pure faction tonight. Just work up to it now. Hello, Bushka! Welcome. Okay, we're going to start rush method now. Right down the middle. Costs a couple more 100 gems to do it this way, but saves a pretty decent handful of time. And it gives you a little bit more of an edge when you do pure faction without it being as annoying. Since you have slightly more stats to do it with. Oh, we actually have alignment. For once. Yep, we start rushing them down. This is a 4-room rush instead of a 3-room rush, so it's not as efficient for rushing, but still rushable. Even a 5 is technically rushable, though those are a lot more annoying to do. 4 is not as bad. Also, it's kind of funny using Tesla against a bunch of mechs, given that she's actually associated to this kingdom. Also, I would say in the current state of the game, Tesla is the strongest thing currently in Adana. Second strongest is probably Tina 9000. But overall strongest is probably Tesla, even though she's the legend and not the mythic. Mostly because of how good her boost ratio is. She actually has among one of the better boost ratios in the entire game. As far as what it does. And she's in Soulforge this week, so if you don't have one, go get one. She's only 800 diamonds. She's one of the only few legends in the game that I would say is actually worth getting. Normally you don't want to use diamonds on legends, but she's an exception to that rule. Especially with how useful she is for this event. If you lack other options. Oops, I almost just took the tier 5 room out of habit. Yeah, you don't tend to use full color teams in Guild Wars until much later in the game. You have to have a lot of really solid teams to actually be able to get away with it. I know on my Nintendo Switch account, I never got to the point. Yeah, I got to around to level 1000 on it. Yeah, I still never got to the point where I was using pure color teams. At most, I was using only 2 colors. I was pretty much just using normal teams. For the most part. But yeah, not until way later in the game can you really get away with pure color teams. Because it's much better to win consistently 5-0 if you can, than lose 3-2 with pure color. As far as points, as long as you're using at least 2 colors, you'd have to pretty much get a full win rate to really justify it. It is normally advised trying to get as much color as you can. Like, even if you're going for less, like, you still want to try for 2, you still want to ideally try for 3. But, it does hurt your points a little. Like, if you use 3 troops the entire time, it's basically like you're getting a guaranteed loss. Even if you get 5-0, compared to someone who uses pure color the entire time. That's about what the point difference is. You're basically getting a whole loss for using 3 of the color instead of 4. As far as the point difference. What is better, pure color 4-1 or 5-0 normal? 4-1 with a loss with pure color. Well, it depends what you mean by normal. But I think 3 of the color with 1 loss is, 3 of the color with no loss, I believe is better than 4-1 with pure color. However, that would have to ensure that you don't get a loss. Because if you get a loss, then obviously you get even less points. And you're right back where you would have been. But yes, 3 of a color, if you could consistently 5-0 it every single time, is technically more than if you 4-1'd with pure color every time. I believe that does end up coming out ultimately to more points for the 5-0-3 team. Let's see. Take that down. I don't think that's enough damage, is it? We'll throw a buff just in case. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure that pulled it over. I don't think that would have been enough otherwise. We're starting to get to the point where Tesla's slowly falling off. Obviously, she's still insanely effective. But, she's just starting to get to the point where she can't double cast anymore. Which ruins a little bit of her speed. It's not too big a deal. Now we take literally whatever. And he's dead. We're going to need to delay a turn anyway, so might as well get the buff in there. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, good. That was, what, 33% chance, I believe it is, that she has transform. Oh, wait, no, that was a different troop. Never mind, she doesn't have transform, does she? No, I was thinking of a different one. Never mind, that one doesn't have transform. It's the epic one that does. That one's just like a random buff thing that does like a random stats effect. I'll throw that down. Let's throw that down randomly. I don't even know if we have alignment. I'm just throwing it. Got to delay our turn or something. There we go. It was likely we were going to hit something on it, though. And we did. Also, where are Valravns at? We need 2 Valravns. We found 0 of them so far. That's actually slightly concerning, because we might end up getting all the way there and still need to wait till tomorrow. Which would be kind of funny. But hopefully we can get our Valravns in. I'll throw that down for now. Hey, I'll take anything because we're already going to have this kill, and there we go. Hey, you're getting so many excess sigils. I normally have a few during the end of these events I don't end up using. Just because you have to run them at level 500 when you do at that point. Gosh, we're gonna reach like 1,000 HP armor at this rate. take that for now. That should be match already. I don't even need a buff. Got everything we need to win if we'll ever end this turn. There we go. Oh, there's our Valravn. Well, we found one of them. I still need to find one more. But there's one of two Valravns. I'll throw first Tesla. We're going to need a buff before we can second Tesla, though. Okay, that better be enough to kill Valravn. Good. Oh, geez, got enough to kill all of them. Okay, now we just need to find one more Valravn. If we can find one more Valravn, we are in the clear. We will have enough to do Pure Faction. Because one more Valravn will be enough that if we can get it on first try, we can do Pure Faction. Which we should be able to get it first try. It might take a while with whatever team we run. But we should be able to get it first try. And if we find one more Valravns, we'll have exactly enough sigils. Which means tonight will be Pure Faction then. If that's the case. So we'll do up to like 400, 450 right now. And then tonight we'll do the last little few and do it into 500 Deathless and 500 Pure Faction. Sounds like the game plan. So that's exactly what we'll go do then. I'll throw that down. Also, apparently I might be running Tesla the whole way. If this keeps working, I might as well. There's no need to change what's already working. My biggest concern is the deeper we go, the higher chance Holy Saint Astra just randomly dies. That's a bit of a liability going into the final battle if she does. Do you get one more stat from the extra points? I think we might have already gotten the extra stat. Let me go double check. Yeah, we already got it. The answer is yes. We got plus 1 HP. We already got it. We got it at some point. I didn't even notice it really. But obviously it's only one extra stat. But yeah, we got it around probably 30 minutes ago, maybe less. But yeah, we already got it. So the answer is yes. However, you don't need Pure Faction for it. If you already had all the factions done, you would have gotten it at 1,000. If you had literally every other faction maxed. Yeah, we already got it. It was 1 extra HP at 56,000, and we already hit past it. So yes, the answer is yes. It's not much, but 1 extra HP. Permanently, forever, in every battle except arena. They add up. All those extra plus ones. But yes, this faction, assuming you have a lot of pure factions completed, does indeed give you a whole extra stat as far as the cap. However, it requires a good majority of kingdoms to be maxed. Or factions, I should say. Also, just in case, I should probably move my thing. That might ruin my casting. But it is slightly safer to do that. Just to make sure our Teslas don't die. This is the most important thing on our team, that our Teslas survive. More so than anything else. Any replacement idea for Holy Saint Astra? You can use Hero up front as your tank. With a mana accumulating weapon, like Jar of Eyes, Mountain Crusher, something like that. But you could just, it's actually safer that way as well. Though slightly slower because you don't have half mana start. However, do keep in mind you won't be able to win this quick if you don't have the Holy Saint Astra. You can run with a 20% mana start. But the whole reason for using Holy Saint Astra, other than her little bit of the armor buff thing, but it's mostly for the 50% human start. Like, it's still 20% off the metals. It's one of the few instances Holy Saint Astra is actually insanely meta. Holy Saint Astra is actually one of the best synergy troops, if not the absolute best, with Tesla. If it wasn't for Tesla, Holy Saint Astra would actually be pretty average or bad. but her entire viability is making Tesla even more insane than she already is. Because everything about her works really good into Tesla. But it's not required. But it is advised if doing a Tesla team. You're using the team for PvP, Sky Hero, Yagway, Queen of Tanya, and Child of Summer. It could end up working. I think I've tried that at one point with it. I didn't really care for the inconsistency of it, though. My biggest concern just in using Sky Hero in general is its really, really high chance of not having enough yellow on the board. Like, that seems to always be its issue, is not having enough yellow. And you can't really make your team go out of the way just to have more yellow, because then you're kind of wasting the point of even having the weapon in the first place. But you need to get like you need to hit at least 1 yellow for it to even be like average. Then you need to hit 2 for it to even be like what a normal like mana accumulator that you'd actually want to use is. And then until 3 or higher, it's not actually more effective than a normal option. So you need to get 3 within its striking range in order for it to really be more effective than other options. And the chance that you constantly have 3 yellows in a location where you can destroy like that is very unlikely. I don't know. It's still a good weapon. I would still say definitely like a little bit above average, not by much though. But it's just so situational because you'd have to consistently hit at least 3 yellows for it to gain more of a benefit compared to like an average mana accumulation method. And that's not normally always the case, that you can consistently do that. Yes, you can use Gargoyle for the stealth. It doesn't go super deep, but up to about 200, you could probably get away with Gargoyle. Definitely the first 100. I used to show Gargoyle teams a lot. I don't as much recently. Mostly because Guard's Avatar is actually like insanely effective for that level range, and while Gargoyle is kind of like the cheaper version of that, I've just been running ever since Sir Quentin Hadley came into the game. I've kind of almost stopped using Gargoyles in place of the Guard's Avatar with 50% mana, because Guard's Avatar gains more of a benefit than Phoenicia in Delves due to the higher amount of armor. Not with potion effects, but if you just look at the amount of bonus that you get from a Horde level. It is mostly concentrated into HP and armor, and for that reason, due to it having such a really high amount of armor, the one that gains the most amount of benefit from that, other than Rowan obviously, is Guard's Avatar. So relative to the amount of magic and armor you gain, Guard's Avatar actually net gains more damage than Phoenicia. It's the reason why you generally don't see me running Phoenicia and Delves, even though she's good for a lot of things. Well, she theoretically can. Guard's Avatar gains more of a damage output increase than Phoenicia does, in the context of Delves at least. It's also one of the reasons why Tesla's so good, because you do get a really beefy chunk of extra armor for having high Horde level. Of course, you get it from potion effects too, but a good majority of it's actually off of Horde level. I think we're getting like 180 something extra armor, which is obviously a lot, and that's per troop. Yeah, thank you everyone. We're about to hit over 100 views. I wish I had a code to hand out. But all we have is advice. So if anyone has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, of course, we're mostly just grinding at the current new faction that came out today. We'll be running pure faction tonight. Right now, we're just kind of running up to that point. We're currently doing skip method, which goes pretty quick. And apparently, we're running Tesla the whole time. I was going to switch my team, but if it still works, don't fix it. Like, we don't really need to modify it. It's doing what it needs to do. No, I didn't bother asking Salty again recently. I asked her a couple times, and I kind of gave up for a little while. I should probably go re-ask her. I think it'll be the 3rd or 4th time. But I think she just might have forgot. I'm not sure. But I don't know. It hasn't really been a big concern. We'll have a goat skin soon, TM. Eventually. Let's see. We'll throw that down for now. Get the other one down. Okay, 300 mark. Also, we still need to find one more Valravn. We're actually 2 sigils short. Looks like we're only 1 sigil short right now. However, the sigil doesn't get consumed until you actually start the battle. So you may have noticed we're at floor 300 with 20 sigils. However, if you look back, as soon as we finish the battle, it's going to be 19 sigils. So we actually still need one more Valravn, which we should be able to get hopefully soon. Though we did get one somewhat recently, though. Yeah, I should probably just ask Kafka as far as codes are concerned. But as you can see, it moved down to 19 instead of 20. The sigil doesn't get consumed until you actually click into the first battle. So you should always calculate out your sigil difference, or how far you need to go if you're calculating out numbers after you've done the first battle, because it doesn't get subtracted from your current number until you do. Otherwise, you're going to get an inaccurate number by 1. It's always good to remember to do that. Otherwise, it'll be off by 1, which I've definitely done before. Just kind of forgetting that it doesn't get consumed until you actually start. Oh, throw that down, why not? Oh, I actually get it immediately, perfect. No extra turn, but still works. And we give the AI every single extra turn because it's actually quicker for them to take it than us. Oh, that didn't kill? Ooh, that's not good. Well, that delays us a little. Not that bad, though. Got our mana pretty quick. And he's dead. How do you live? Tesla's starting to slow down on us. We should have went for the buff. We're getting deep enough that we almost should always go for Holy Saint Astra buff the second we can cast her. I didn't do that. We should just take a mana. Oh well. Oh, I already have my mana. Oh well. I am actually going to take extra turn here for once. Just so he doesn't go too crazy. Because I actually need him not to self-destruct. Okay, of course. Because I kind of need his armor to boost ratio off of. Otherwise it might not be enough damage to kill. What's a good team for Red Guild War without mythics? Anything centered around Yagwe, Queen Titania is pretty solid. They're only legends. No, well, only. Well, they're not mythics at least. But Yagwe, Queen Titania is one of the stronger combos for Red Day with no mythic. What do you recommend for someone who doesn't have Holy Saint Astra? Hero with Jar of Eyes or Mountain Crusher. Ideally set to Titan so you can tank. No, she's the only thing that can have mana starved humans. If you don't have her, you'd have to go with a 20% mana start off of metal. And just write an Anu metal for it. What would be oh, I already answered that question. We'll throw that down. Okay, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough damage, but we're probably going to go for it anyways. Oh, that works though. Okay, now it'll definitely be enough damage. We have ensured the damage. For that reason, I'm just sticking with it. Until it stops like double casting effectively, we'll switch out. But at this point, she might just go all the way with how she scales with armor. She might literally just go all the way. We don't even need to switch out. Which seems very likely at this point. Oh, we're going to need a triple cast. Hopefully we can get alignment. I'm not even going to bother buffing at this point. I'd rather just get alignment, though we're not getting lucky, unfortunately. Okay, well, it's going to have to take mana then. Yeah, that doesn't take too much time. I almost killed my first slot, though. Gotta be really careful. That was the final battle, so I guess it doesn't matter as much. That's my biggest concern with using this team going forward. The deeper we go, the higher chance that, we end up losing our first slot. Which is very problematic. Because it's our half mana start. It's the thing that's giving us most of our speed. Since we're not running at 20% currently. So if that dies, we're not going to have any mana start. Though we could always change that after it dies, though. Also, hello, Corey. Hello, Cedric. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we have an absurd amount of buff right now. We have pretty much max stats in the game, combined with level 200 Horde with 50% bonus, with 7 tier 7s. Like, our stats are way too absurd right now. It's fun to have this high stats. Feels so weird having this high stats. What room are we on, by the way? 320. But we'll probably rush up to, I think until we get the next Valravn, which is probably around 450 or so. And then we'll probably finish up the rest tonight then. That, or we might just go all the way to like 490 or something. We'll see. But yeah, Tesla's not falling off at all. Though if your stats are lower, you're probably at the point where you need a triple cast with her. But we're still getting away with double cast on most battles. Except this final battle. This one has 2 high stats. Since it gets the full 100%. We gotta do that first just so we can hopefully get a alignment somewheres. So if nothing else. Oh, perfect! Exactly what I wanted. I was gonna say, if nothing else, at least we'll get it with a chant. So now we just waste our turn. And then we double Tesla. Perfect. That's exactly what we need to have happen. Exactly what we needed. Yeah, she actually re-enchants her as well, which is pretty nice. So if you happen to have like literally nothing you can do for board or control or alignment, taking anything off the board, you could just do that and be good to go. Works out quite nicely. Okay, what do we need now? Let's throw, actually we have nothing good. Here, just have this. Take some durability. Okay, that should be matched now. If in doubt, go buff so we don't die. At least it does both HP and armor as well. And while we only need the armor for damage output, the HP does make sure she doesn't die, if nothing else. It can give her a whole extra kill, a whole extra skull range of not dying. Since she does 110 to both HP and armor. So it's pretty much one whole skull. Actually, currently it's a little bit higher because we got Bless on it. And normally it's 110 with how high our stats are currently. Oh, let me throw a buff. I don't think that's enough otherwise. There we go. Should be throwing that buff every single battle regardless of if we need it or not, because almost every battle we are going to need it. If not for the damage to make her survive. One or the other. But we will need it nonetheless. So we'll throw that down. Then we'll get our Tesla in there, and then another Tesla, which has to wait on a 1-turn delay. Oh, I should have taken that blue. Whoops. Could have had the previous turn. Come on, where's our one Valravn? We just need one more. It's probably gonna be like another 10 rooms before we find it. But we should find it before the end. And if we do, we can do Pure Faction tonight. Which I hope is the case. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Fail. That is not at all what I meant to do. That's gonna be a fail now. Now I need to go manually get Tesla all the way back up. Oh, no, I don't. Wow, that actually still double casted. Surprise. There we go. Nice. 15 to go. Okay, what do we want here? Let's grab yellow for now. Get a holy Saint Astra down. Get our Tesla. Get the other Tesla dead. Hey, this is working really smooth right now. We don't need any of the other teams. I did not want an extra turn, but sure. One time when we actually don't want it. Because it doesn't do us any good since we're just waiting on the chant anyways. Kind of pointless taking mana when you're at that point. Because your chant's gonna do it for you. I Yeah, we're theoretically at 300 Horde. Or, you know, 200 with 50%. Which is effectively a 300 Horde. But, no, Pure Faction should be a cakewalk with this many stats. Like, there's a 100% chance we get it first try. How long it takes is the questionable part. But, we should 100% be able to do it first try with this many stats. I'd be really surprised if we can't. Also, I keep forgetting, even though their HP value that they have, as far as how much damage we have to do, keeps getting higher, which makes me think, oh, we're not going to be able to kill them. I keep forgetting, their armor is also higher, relatively. So even though they have a higher HP stat, theoretically it's not that much higher because our damage output is also similarly higher. I keep like looking, it's like, oh, they're at 140, and then it's like 150, then 160. It's like, oh yeah, we can't one-shot that now. But it's like, oh yeah, there's also more armor in play. So, we kind of can most of the time. It's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, Tesla might go all the way. I've ran Tesla all the way before, but I normally don't do it too often. That's a good build to run. I normally switch to Iron Gut or something by the end. But hey, it's still working. We're at 350 and it hasn't stopped. Hey, we'll take the convert there. Oh, that looks a little short. Ooh, yeah, I should have just waited for the buff. Fail. Should have just waited on the buff. Also, there's a 5 times there. Luckily, we cascaded red. Oh, yeah, that can end up happening. This thing can keep looping until it just kills itself out. That'd be pretty funny if that does happen. But yes, it can do that. And it would be pretty hilarious. Yeah, that actually double-shotted. Nice. As long as we throw a Holy Saint Astra, of course, for the extra armor. It's one of the only bad things with Holy Saint Astra too. It's normally relatively useless. Like, it's not a useless troop, but it's used for so few things that when you actually need it for Tesla, it's like, oh wait, I might not have the copy of it. Because Holy Saint Astra is definitely not something you would consider to be a good troop normally. But you like put it into a Tesla and it just becomes godlike. Quite literally. Let's see. I'll throw that over. I should say goddess-like. We'll get the buff just in case. I think we're slightly short otherwise, but that will definitely be enough with it. It's kind of funny because we're actually using our defensive ability as an offensive ability. Which seems kind of weird, but in a Tesla team that is the case. Gonna need it again as well. I'm just gonna pass my turn. Found out from the other ones that just waste too much time. It might as well waste the 2 turns up front. Not have to waste a billion later. We actually have a good convert for once. Probably a little bit too early to cast it. Oh, that skull we just got probably made it so we can't kill him now. That's actually slightly problematic. Because now we're going to need to go get a whole nother Tesla. Yep. That skull was really bad. It lowered his durability too much. Because we were really tight on it actually being able to kill. Us doing that little bit of damage made it so everything lived. Alright, that's match. Oh, it delayed us like 10 seconds. Not too bad. Hopefully we'll find a Valravn soon. There is a chance we don't find a Valravn today. It's very slim. But how many more battles we still have to cycle through. But technically possible. But ideally we'll find it. And if anyone still has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, let me know. Oh, it's a full faction team. I'm probably going to be running one of the tank that does all the explosions, followed by one of the guy that does triple damage, followed by double the legends. Slightly different than what I mentioned this morning. And the main reason for running the one damage is my concern that the summoner might summon too much on the opposing team. There's a chance he might not survive to the final battle, but if nothing else, he'll speed up everything prior to that point. Ultimately, as long as you have at least 2 of the legend, I think we'll be fine. Because oh, we found a Valravn. Okay, let's make sure we don't lose it. Because by the time he gets to that point, you're just going to be losing your team left and right anyways. Let's be really careful. We do not want him randomly getting full mana. Though I don't currently have an option to really stop it, unless I just want to randomly take a yellow. There's so much yellow on the board, I'm not sure if I could really stop it much. Watch him somehow still get full mana. That'd be very bad. We have alignment, so it shouldn't matter. He's dead. Let me just make sure I take every extra turn just in case. But that should be enough to wipe him. Oh, wait, we're not full mana yet. No! Well, the other one will be next turn. I can do whatever. Let me just deny yellow, I guess. That's match. Okay, we got our Valravn. We're in the clear. We won. That's the last sigils we needed. We now have enough sigils to do pure faction tonight. Perfect. So I think the game plan is we do up to 490 right now. And then we do both the 2 500s tonight. Sounds like a game plan. Okay, maybe we need 2 casts here. Perfect alignment. Look at that. Just feeding us that alignment. Didn't even need that buff, but still works out. Can't be too safe. Don't want them dying out. Well, 12 more to go then. Or sorry, 11 more to go. Because I'm doing up to 490. What do we need here? We actually do have a convert. Will they die in 2 shots? Probably not. Especially after that skull. Hopefully that's enough after Holy Saint Astra. I think that's still short though, unfortunately. Ooh, yes it is. Could delay it a little. Maybe we start switching to Iron Gut now. We're starting to get to a lot of battles that are starting to take triple. I think going into next delve we might try Iron Gut Zugoff. Finally switch out of this. He's like almost every battle is requiring triple now. Yeah, that should be a double now that we got that beforehand for both casts. I always need to make sure we always cast Holy Saint Astra first. A 3rd Tesla. You could, but I feel like the Empower might end up working out a little bit better in most situations. Okay, he hit a skull. However, that doesn't actually reduce our damage output because he hit on barrier. Unfortunately, he still survived. Yeah, I think it's finally time. I think it's time to maybe switch Iron Gut. Iron Gut Zugoff. Okay, let's go switch. Let's see. It's finally time to bring this thing out. I'll put a Zugoff over top of something in here. Okay, let's see. Games, fight, pace the team. Yeah, let's go get a zoo in there. Oh yeah, I can get rid of, what's his name now? Sure, we'll do that then. Okay, let's roll with that. Banner, we might want to change now. What do we want? Blue-red. Go all in on it. We could go blue-red. kind of want to get a brown in there, though. Is there not a +1 brown into double Zugov color? Doesn't look like it. I might just go blue-red then. Just go a little bit less on brown. That, or we could just go double brown. I might just go double brown. Get more Zugovs. I mean, get more Iron Guts in there. Just gonna go double brown banner, and we'll do it with Titan, of course. It should be good. I don't think we need to change anything else. Mountain Crusher, Zugov, Hiking Iron Gut, Harpy Mage. That should be fine. Let's go. Let's see. You could end up doing it with a shield buff as well on top of it. That would probably be enough, but you'd have to wait on shield to get full mana. So I should probably be running in Rage. I guess it doesn't really matter too much which way we run it. All of the instant kills. Oh, so it's quicker to cast Iron Gut than Zugov for the final one, just because of the lack of board control. Gosh, Iron Gut is so broken. Love it. It's not meta for everything, but gosh, is he meta for those. A little bit slower on the mana there. Come on, Zugov. How are you not full mana? How on earth are you 1 mana short? Zugov, get mana already. There you go. Yeah, Zugov just did not want to get full mana that battle. A Stinker Town instead of Tinker Town. Yeah, Marilith can get a lot of destroy. The reason I'm using Harpy Mage in the last slot is out of concern of mana accumulation. Because Harpy Mage gets full mana automatically after second turn, once it becomes the second turn. Whereas Marilith would have to take a little too long, I think. Though we would get excess mana into it, which could probably work. What destroys the board twice? A bit of a bad start. Oh, never mind. We'll cascade into brown. That's fine. We can work with that. So much instant kill. That's a really fun playstyle as well. One thing I always liked about this delve build, and similar delve builds, a lot of fun to actually use. I keep hitting that thinking it has impervious. It used to at one point. It doesn't anymore. I still target it as if it has impervious sometimes. Oh, that one does though. Fail. So I target the one that doesn't have impervious anymore, but then I go for that one. Fail. Forgot. Oh yeah, we don't have a curse option either. I have to go for Zugov on it. because I'm using Zugaf as my anti-devour option. What a fail. But yeah, that last slot does not have impervious anymore. It did at one point, but it doesn't currently. I'm not sure why they even got rid of impervious on it, to be honest. It wasn't overpowered at any point in the game. Yet they got rid of its impervious. It was like one of the weirdest random nerfs out of nowhere that they ever did. We actually killed it with skulls. I'll take that. Weird way to get the kill, but it works. As long as they go down. The only thing we need to worry about here is the last slot. As far as killing it with Zugaf. The Zugaf. I was expecting that to be full mana. We might just have to swipe for it manually. Really? What are you being 1 mana off for? Here, have a Mountain Crusher. Kill it already. Here, have a Skull. Kill it. There you go. It was nerfed before Delves ever existed. Delves actually didn't exist before that troop came into the game. Or, I mean, before it got nerfed, I mean. That was pre-Delves. When it got nerfed. Which is even weirder. And it wasn't really being used on many teams either. Like, it was pretty much considered a dead content troop. On the ones that come in and it's just immediately useless. Yet they found a need to make it worse. I think they gave it huge instead over top of its impervious. So all it gets now is just a little bit extra HP. Which is not as good as impervious. Should actually didn't add into Mountain Crusher. I'm not sure why I didn't. Because we need a guarantee follow-up mana. It still has that weird slowdown glitch that they haven't fixed. If you kill with the HP steal of Yagway or High King Iron Gut, and I think there might be something else that has it, like Hero or something, but if you kill with an HP steal off a trait, it does a weird lag at the end of the battle, which they still have not fixed. It does like a second or two lag right at the end of battle. Not sure if they're ever going to get around to fixing that. It's been around since it has existed. It's not really too big a deal, and it's very situational when it happens. But it has yet to be fixed. Like many other small bugs. Yeah, Delve's been out for a while now. What now? 2 years? 3 years? I'm actually losing track now. I think it was 2 years, because it was 4.0 patch. Yeah, it's 2 years. It came out August 2 years ago. Was when Delves came out. It came like mid-late August 2 years ago. Oh, why? Gosh. Literally the only thing on his entire team with immune, and I target it. Okay, when I do that. See you, Exos. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Best of luck with the faction. And thank you. Yeah, we'll be running Pure Faction tonight. Right now we're running right up to it, and then tonight's stream we'll do Deathless and we'll do Pure Faction. Both the two 500s we'll do tonight. Deathless should be really easy. It's like literally what we're doing right now, except their stats are ever so slightly higher. Not like that makes any difference. Because we have barriers to negate out their entire hit, and we have instant kills, so their stats mean almost nothing. They could be 1,000 all stats, and this battle would play out pretty much the exact same way, with almost no difference. Other than the fact that the skulls would be a little scary if they could actually kill us with those. But they don't have enough to be able to at their current stats. I should just take a nap red. Even though we don't have full mana. Let's go take a nap brown. Or it can take itself. Ah, this faction. What even? That works too. That was not the way I was expecting to win that battle. This faction's so weird. It's pretty much going to be pure faction once we get around to it. We're pretty much just waiting until they destroy themselves. And just tanking out the rest of the battle until that point. It's pretty much the whole strategy. It should work. Just tank up until they destroy themselves. Obviously that only works on first and final battle. Particularly the first battle. Final battle we need to focus on the last slot. So that he doesn't get resummoned. And if he does get resummoned, they do have lower stats, but we still want to try avoiding it. Since it will elongate the battle by a lot every single time he does. He moves the board so much. Like, the board's almost never not moving. Oh, why'd I do that instead of Harpy? Oh, you have stealthy, don't you? That is very much a thing. Why are they being so stingy with codes lately? Well, I haven't asked again recently. I asked a few times earlier and then just kind of stopped bothering. She didn't seem like she would get around to it anytime soon. Have they not been giving you codes either? Actually, do you even normally hand out codes? I don't even remember. Let's see. We'll throw down Aaron, get there. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I thought I misread your name. Gosh. I completely misread your names, James. I thought you were cynical for a second. I'm very tired, apparently. I legit thought you were cynical for like 30 seconds there. That's what happens from lack of sleep. Yeah, Cynical's still here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Gosh. Mistakes. Literally the only thing on his entire team with immune. And now he doesn't even have it anymore because we got stunned. What a fail. Let's see. Yeah, I know, you both got that nice beard going on. I shaved mine recently. I had a quarantine beard for like 7 months. Finally shaved it. Starting to get too long. There you go, almost there. 6 more delves after this one. And then we'll save the rest for tonight. Well, looks like we'll be able to get it all done day 1. That's good. Get it out of the way. Also, I might stream Fall Guys tomorrow. I bought it on Wednesday. Heard a lot of people kind of mention stuff about it. It got really huge too for small kind of like indie. It's pretty much an indie game that like blew up like crazy. It reminds me of Mario Party a lot. Like if Mario Party was literally just mini games, that's pretty much what it feels like. Like a platforming battle. Oh gosh, why do you have to have stealthy fail? Should have done that the other way around. But it's kind of like a battle royale Mario Party thing. It's kind of like Wipeout 2 if you've ever seen that show. I'm not sure if that's airs anywhere other than America though. But most of you are from America. Statistically, 50% of you should be. Also, if any of you have it, I might need to add you, because we can make a lobby and play together. I'm not sure how many you can have in a lobby, but I think you'd have up to 5 people playing together in a single room. That would be randomly playing with 55 other people. Because I don't think you can make private rooms. Yeah, it's a pretty good game so far. Also, they're adding a dragon cosmetic next season, which I definitely need to get. It's probably going to be legendary, though, so it's going to cost a lot of crowns. Also, one interesting thing I find about the game is the premium currency is literally the exact opposite of pay to win. Because you literally have to win to get what is basically the premium currency of the game. Because it's kind of weird, because they sell the non-premium currency, which I find like really, really strange. it's a weird dynamic, but they sell the non-premium currency, and the premium currency is you actually have to win the games, which is an interesting way to go about a game. Definitely quite inverse compared to a normal like free-to-play game, though it does have a cost up front. Is 20 bucks. I think it's free on the PlayStation thingy. If you have like the monthly subscription thing, which I guess technically isn't free, but if you already have it, then technically it is. But it's $20 on Steam, which is the version I play, of course, because unfortunately it's not on Switch. It's only on PS4 and Steam. It's not anywhere else. Let's see, what do we take here? Throw that down. Yeah, they've been working on it for a couple years now. I think it was at E3 in 2019. Which might be the last E3 ever at this rate. Between the virus and just things that have been going on there. Let's see. But I'm pretty sure the virus is putting a lot of stuff behind in Gems of War, overall. So I'm not really too concerned about the no-code thing. Let's see, get that down. And that will kill it out. Oh, what's Starlight saying? Let's see. Oh, are they on that hefty of a lockdown? Didn't know it was that bad. I feel like my area should be on that hard of a lockdown, yet everyone's still like all over the place. And people are literally coming here to vacation. Which I still find rather hilarious. And of course, Trump last night was mocking the fact that we might even need to have another lockdown. Or that Joe Biden was even suggesting it. They're both horrible candidates, but Joe Biden's at least right on that instance. That we probably will need another lockdown at some point. In America. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Get our mountain going. Throw a devourer, throw that down. But yeah, I watched all of the DNC and RNC speech thingies. They did it throughout the last 2 weeks. DNC was last week and RNC was this week for the Republican and Democratic National Convention thingies. Yeah, I've noticed that too. A lot of people are acting like the virus just like disappeared. Let's kill that first just to make sure I don't accidentally misclick it, because I know I'm going to if I don't get rid of it now. And that'll be match. Yeah, where are we even at? We should be almost there. Yeah, we're at 450. 3 to go. 460, 470, 480, 490. I guess that's 4. I can't add. Do people still watch cable news? I don't even watch TV in general. Also, I don't even have any subscription services either. Like Netflix or anything like that. Like anything TV related I don't like ever watch. Like obviously I watch a little bit of YouTube here and there. But as far as like actual TV related things, I don't watch anything. Not even like Netflix or stuff like that. Or other similar streaming services I don't even do. You watch YouTube news. That's where I get probably most of my news these days. A lot of different ways on YouTube to do so, from different perspectives. Because I do watch pretty much all over the political spectrum as far as commentators on stuff. Though I am mostly extremely left-leaning, for the most part. I don't know, I have a lot of like right and left-leaning views. But I would say I'm mostly left-leaning for the most part. But I do watch plenty of conservatives as well. I'll throw that down. Oh, I did do that. That was like literally the only thing left that didn't have a mean to devour. I need to go get like 2 more Zugoffs down because I can't use Iron Gut. Actually, now I can. Never mind. I lied. Oh, this one I do have to use Zugoff on. If I can ever get the mana. There we go. Yeah, cable seems like a lot of waste of money. Like, you can get really expensive, like $100 a month or so. Like, around there. pretty pricey for what it is. It definitely adds up quick over the course of a year. Please click. There we go. Yeah, pretty much all news is opinionated these days. Or at least increasingly so. Let's see. I'll take that over. Yeah, I have a separate view on pretty much everything. I'm like all over the place as far as what my views are. Let's see. Throw that down. That should be the kill. Hey, you haven't watched news or watched TV at 8 p.m. for more than 3 years now? Nice. Well, thank you, Bill. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, we have been streaming nearly every single night for the last almost 4 years now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which is also when our next stream is going to be, which is 7 hours from now. If you're watching live right now, which obviously all of you are. But some people watch after the fact. But we'll do Pure Faction tonight. So if anyone still has any other questions, do let me know because we'll be wrapping up soon. Even when I lose my voice. I somewhat lost it the other day. I'm not sure what was up. But my voice was really weird. Like, what was it, 2 days ago or so? Not sure why, but it was kind of being weird for no reason. I was going to say, I hope we get the skull there. Luckily we do. I'll take this one. And then we got 2 more. And then we'll do Pure Faction and Deathless tonight. Not in that order. We'll do Deathless first, then Pure Faction, obviously. Though I guess theoretically it doesn't really matter too much what order you do it in. Although I like doing the bigger points of the Pure Faction last. Get them all in at once. Theoretically, you could do Deathless and Pure Faction. However, I am very doubtful we'll go Deathless. Mostly because every single thing has like a kill mechanic on itself. So we could just randomly end up killing out one of our troops. So the chance we go Deathless is near 0. So I'm just going to go Deathless first. And then we'll do Pure Faction. Like, this is probably the least likely faction you would ever get Deathless and Pure Faction done simultaneously. Since everything pretty much has a chance of killing itself. And that happens even once, that ruins Pure Faction. I mean that ruins Deathless, I mean. I don't have a drop there. We'll stick brown for now. And we'll get another mountain. Have I ever played Binding of Isaac? Yes. I kind of liked it. For how much it is, for how popular it is, I definitely didn't like it as much. Like, relative to that. But, I don't know. It was an okay game. Like, it's definitely not, like, super high on my list. But I had some fun with it. I only ever played the really original one, though. I never played any, like, the sequels or anything. But no, that in Gungeon, I never really cared for too much. They're both kind of the same premise, where you face various directions and you get a bunch of bullets to, like, shoot all over the place. But I never really cared for either of the two that much. Even though they're really high up there indie games as far as popularity. And I'll be matched. We'll take that one quicker. Okay, 7 more battles. 3 here, 4 in the next one. And we have exact enough sigils currently. So hopefully we don't lose pure faction. Actually, what would be even sadder is there might be a higher chance we lose Deathless. Because there's a chance we just randomly die on our hero. Very unlikely. However, one of the things in Final Battle has a triple damage. And if he randomly hits triple damage on something he already removed barrier from, which is likely our first slot, he can actually kill. I believe he has enough damage to kill. I'll need to go double check his stats. But I believe triple damage, if he gets lucky enough to break our barrier and hit 50%, is enough to kill us. So I'll need to double check that. Did we finish Spiritfarer? Yes, we finished Spiritfarer in our previous Spiritfarer stream. Whatever the last one is the last stream that we did of it. But yeah, we finished the game. We might do one other little stream, just kind of like wrap things up. We already finished through the game. Try and not mention spoilers. But yeah, other than some completionist stuff, there isn't really too much to do now. We went through the good bulk of the storyline. I'm not sure if there's like any extra storyline all the way at the end, but from what I can tell, no. I think we got through it all. So there's no major like storyline plot points to really mention that we haven't already gotten through on stream. But yeah, Spiritfarer was really good. Not sure if I would rank it as top 10, but I loved Gustav's death speech. Probably like my favorite part about the game, to be honest. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I'd probably replay through at least one more time at some point. I don't think they have multiple... Well, they definitely don't have multiple save files currently yet. Maybe they'll do an update that will allow that. Because currently you only have one save file, which is a little unfortunate. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh good, you don't have stealthy anymore. I was going to say, I won't be able to target it, but he already hit me, so we can. And then we kill that out. There we go. And one more set. And then we'll be done. At least for now, anyways. Till tonight. I was trying to take that. That's not possible. That's not a move we could do. Yeah, that's my biggest concern with this faction. Like, I'm pretty sure we'll get it first try, but it's going to take us forever. Like, there's a good chance that the entirety... Oh, good, we got a Valravn, so at least we have some safety battles. But, it's going to take us forever and a half to go do the pure faction. That has always been my biggest concern with this faction. Like, it's not going to be hard. It's going to be very time-consuming. Okay, I need to pay attention on the final battle, how much damage the triple damage guy has, to know if my hero can actually survive it. I believe if he breaks my barrier, takes a skull, and hits 50% on my hero, that's enough to kill. However, that would have to be 3 hits, which is pretty unlikely, though it's still possible. Especially for how long the battle is probably going to go out for before we can kill it. Plus, I'd probably want to focus on the summoner first, not the thing that does triple damage. Oh no, I wouldn't say this one would be the easiest faction. It's definitely an easier faction. It depends how lucky you get with self-destructs. Like, if you just get self-destruct to self-destruct to self-destruct on the enemy, it might seem really easy, but they're not always going to get that lucky. It is among one of the easiest. I'm not sure if I'd rank it as easiest, though, but we'll find out once we actually do it. Alithia seemed pretty easy, the most recent one we got. Though it's kind of funny about this faction is, since they have such a high instant kill chance on themselves, it kind of makes it like you're running Crypt, except they get to do the cast for you. So you'll have to let them cast, but it's basically like you getting a Crypt cast on it, with that percent chance that you normally have. It's a bit of a lower percent chance, but you still theoretically have that same mechanic. Except it's based on when they cast instead of when you cast. It's somewhat bad in the sense that you have to let them cast, but most of their abilities are pretty lackluster. The only real big concern is the guy that does triple damage. Okay, let me check. How much damage do you do? 133. That is 400. That is going to be over 400 damage. Yeah, that's concerning. One skull, or breaking our barrier, then taking a skull, then getting lucky by targeting hero and hitting 50% is enough to kill. Though we got some extra sigils, so I guess it won't matter too much. But yeah, gotta be careful on Deathless. We should probably immediately go for that every single time on Deathless. As long as we do that, we should be fine. Like, look at how quick we did that. Hopefully we can do that for 500. Otherwise, yeah, gonna be a little scary there. That should be fine. We did that 490 like it was nothing. Oh gosh, he's still stealthy. Fail. The overkill on first slot. You didn't even break our barrier. Look at that. Yeah, then we should be fine. We did that one without even losing barrier. Should be able to do Deathless similarly. But there we go. So that is that. Any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Otherwise, that is as far as we're going for now. We're at 500. So tonight we will be doing two major things other than Blue Guild War. After we do Blue Guild War, we will be doing level 500 Deathless, and then we will be doing level 500 Pure Faction. That is the game plan, and that is 7 hours from now. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be doing that later tonight and getting that done. Tomorrow, around the same time that we did this stream, we'll probably be playing Fall Guys and show that off and just mess with that a little bit. Not sure how much we'll really stream it, though it is a pretty decent streaming game. It's also something I can play with you guys. It's only on PS4 and Steam, though. Also, I'm not sure if it has cross-platform, so it might have to be specifically Steam. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not sure if it even has cross-platform, to be honest. I never even looked into that. But we'll be doing that tomorrow, and if nothing else, let's be playing in lobbies and seeing if we can get any wins. It's definitely something pretty rare, since there's 60 people all competing for one single win, since it is a battle royale. However, I have gotten several so far, so hopefully we can get at least one or two on stream. But anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll be back in 7 hours from now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Pure Faction and Deathless and Blue Guild War and all the good stuff. And also, I think we'll be, gosh, we'll be doing like a billion things tonight. And we'll be finishing out the thing, because I believe we still need a little bit more points. So also be doing another set of our stages for that, so for the World Lore event. So we'll be getting a lot of stuff done tonight. If you haven't already claimed it, don't forget to go claim your orb. If you've logged in all 28 days, it is the 28th, which is a guaranteed orb off a calendar every single month. If you do log in all those times, and you still have a little bit of leeway if you missed a day or two, since this month has, what, 31 days? Yes, it does. So you have like 3 days of leeway. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with the faction, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.